For Complex News, I'm Speedy Mormon, and January 26th will forever be etched in history as the day we lost maybe the greatest competitor we have ever known. Kobe Bryant, 20-year NBA veteran and possibly the greatest basketball player ever, has died. He was 41 years old. At 11:32 a.m. Pacific Time, TMZ tweeted what felt like very random misinformation. Breaking, Kobe Bryant has died in a helicopter crash. Information was scarce, and with all types of rumors floating around, facts were few and far between. It didn't seem real, and it still doesn't, if I'm being honest. For many of us in the basketball community, no NBA news is official until it comes from ESPN NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski. But just 19 minutes after TMZ's initial tweet, Woj shared, "Kobe Bryant is among those dead in a helicopter crash outside Los Angeles," a source confirms to ESPN. The LA Sheriff's Department held a press conference shortly after 2 p.m. Pacific Time, reporting that 9 people were on board the aircraft that crashed and sparked a small brush fire in Calabasas. There were no survivors. It has been confirmed that Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, were among the 9 who passed away. According to the Houston Chronicle, Orange Coast College baseball coach John Altobelli, his wife Kerry Altobelli, and daughter Alyssa Altobelli, who was a teammate of Kobe's daughter, were also among those killed. As of this recording, the remaining 4 passengers killed have not been identified. According to a CNN report, Bryant and his daughter were on their way to the Mamba Sports Academy for a basketball tournament. Bryant spent most of his time after his retirement at the facility, coaching his daughter and passing on the game to future generations. Kobe was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The son of former NBA player Joe Bryant, he was said to have always been a Laker fan and began playing basketball at the age of 3. He was raised partially in Italy, where he not only learned the game he became so great at, but also became fluent in both Spanish and Italian, and took a liking to soccer, which helped his footwork on the court. He then returned to the States and enrolled in Lower Merion High School in Philly. After an astounding high school career, Bryant skipped college and entered the 1996 NBA draft, one of the greatest draft classes ever. He was picked 13th overall by the Charlotte Hornets at just 17 years old and was famously traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Vlade Divac. Bryant went on to play 20 years, all in a Lakers uniform. If I listed every accolade Kobe Bryant has accomplished, we'd be here all day. But here are a few. Of those 20 years, 18 of them saw him as an NBA All-Star. He won an MVP, 5 NBA championships, 2 Olympic gold medals. He once scored 81 points in a single game, which is the second highest scoring total in a single game in NBA history. He ranks 4th in scoring in the history of the league. His sneakers are amongst the most popular Nikes ever made. In the last game he'd ever play, he scored 60 points. He now has 2 jerseys hanging up in the Staples Center, both his number 8 and his number 24. He also won an Oscar for his short film, Dear Basketball. Bryant's daughter, Gigi, was a rising star in her own right. Many were looking forward to her carrying on her father's legacy on the court. She dreamed of playing at UConn, one of the most storied women's basketball programs at the collegiate level, and moving on to playing in the WNBA. Aside from producing content like his show Detail on ESPN and his Academy Award-winning short film Dear Basketball that I mentioned earlier, Kobe advocated for women's basketball, coaching his daughter's team and taking her to both NBA and WNBA games. Oftentimes, we would see him talking about the game with Gigi on the sidelines. News of Kobe's death rocked the sports world at large. Just about everyone shared the condolences and memories of Bryant, also known as the Black Mamba, including President Barack Obama. Kobe was a legend on the court and just getting started in what would have been just as meaningful a second act. To lose Gianna is even more heartbreaking to us as parents. Michelle and I send love and prayers to Vanessa and the entire Bryant family on an unthinkable day. His former teammate and the other half of one of the most dynamic duos in NBA history, Shaquille O'Neal, said, "There's no words to express the pain I'm going through with this tragedy of losing my niece Gigi and my brother Kobe Bryant. I love you and you will be missed. My condolences goes out to the Bryant family and the families of the other passengers on board. I'm sick right now." Just yesterday, LeBron James surpassed him on the NBA scoring list with a layup, pushing himself to number 3 and the Mamba down a slot to number 4. Kobe Bryant's last tweet ever is a passing of the torch to the next generational superstar. Continuing to move the game forward, King James. Much respect, my brother. 33,644. LeBron wrote Mamba for life on the shoes he was wearing as he surpassed Kobe Bryant. It seems every player who has ever played with or against Kobe has a story that can attest to his unbelievable attention to detail. He'll forever be immortalized as one of, if not the greatest player to walk this earth. But beyond that, he was known to those close to him as an amazing father and a person who approached everything he did with both childlike curiosity and an intense will to win. Vanessa Bryant lost her husband and daughter. Her 3 other daughters lost their dad. There were 7 other people aboard the helicopter who lost their lives. And because I believe no life is more or less important than another, it's important we send our condolences to their families as well. As journalists, it's quite literally our profession to be able to report, speak, and write. But honestly, this is one of the hardest things I have ever written because an international sports icon is gone forever. I've always looked at others who were uncontrollable and emotional at the deaths of celebrities and wondered how and even why. But I get it now because it feels like someone in my family passed away. Celebrity is a hard thing to understand because you feel like you know these people. You see them every single day plastered on your walls in your house, on your timelines, on TV, on t-shirts. And so that familiarity brings these unattainable celebrities closer to you. Everyone knew him on a first-name basis, even if it was as small as saying Kobe while shooting something into the garbage. For a certain generation, specifically mine, he was our Michael Jordan. He's an irreplaceable part of LA, but beyond that, he was one of the greatest figures in professional sports history. And that's what makes this so hard to comprehend. Kobe coined the Mamba mentality. In his words, it's to constantly try to be the best version of yourself. It is a constant quest to be better today than you were yesterday. It's an assassin's mindset to get after it, to go harder. It can be applied far beyond hoops. People who lead very regular lives adapt that mindset just going to work every day or going to school or going to the gym to get in shape, just trying to be the best person that they could be. No shortcuts. If you played basketball at any level, you emulated Kobe Bryant. As the late Nipsey Hussle said, the highest human act is to inspire. Kobe, you inspired millions of people outside the lines of the 94 by 50 foot court you dominated to go harder. And you inspired me to get after it no matter what I was doing. So to the only person I've ever idolized, thank you, because without you, I'm not standing here delivering this script to whoever decided to watch it. When I was a kid, my uncle was the biggest Kobe fan, so I became just that. Encountering him in my professional career, the one time that I did, meant the world to me. And that's why the phrase, never meet your heroes, is a lie. It just depends who your hero is, because I met mine and he was exactly who I thought he would be. You can make all the plans that you want in this life, but they'll ultimately be just that, plans. Kobe woke up with plans for tomorrow, but won't get to see them through. Life is tremendously short, and so while you're here, live. Cherish the moments that you have with your family, because today, multiple families were broken beyond repair. It's sad it takes these moments, but the reality is these are always a wake-up call. Please reach out to your loved ones. On August 23rd, 1978, Kobe Bryant was called into this world. On June 26th, 1996, Kobe was called as the 13th pick in the NBA draft by the late David Stern. And today, on January 26th, 2020, along with his daughter, Gianna, Kobe Bryant was called home. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, the Black Mamba. For Complex News, I'm Speedy Moore.